Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A lot of storylines in this matchup. The Packers have had the upper hand. They've won 5 of the last 6 meetings. You think about the Dez Bryant game in the playoffs and the catch, no catch controversy. But, of course, the news here, the return of Mike McCarthy. He was the coach here from 2006 to 2018. Only Curly Lambeau himself has more wins as a Packer coach than McCarthy. And that includes Vince Lombardi. So he had quite an accomplished tenure, no doubt, including the Super Bowl win.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Love now.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
4th down, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Ingram
fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. The carry here for the big tight end. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Marr is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Packers at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd down, this is Wilson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 3rd down, Love. It's caught by OBJ. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it with Dillon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. First down, Prescott.
Cooks on the quick slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
third and short yardage. Prescott. Caught right side. It's Lewis. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and help.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Prescott. And Lewis has it, the tight end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Dallas.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Marr able to put this one through, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Love with a give to Dillon.
And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love.
Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check nickel. Spike, 60. Spike, white. Striker. Check, striker. Ready.
Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Love from the gun on third down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. The kick by Crosby is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Pollard again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play here for Dallas. 62 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Love. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tyler Beatty, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Crosby connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. Prescott to throw on 4th. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Run for Pollard. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Prescott. Complete. This is Lewis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.